for. Hello and welcome to today's video. I'm so excited because I feel like this is the most anticipated video of all the videos that I've been dropping, because a lot of my followers keep asking what's the entry criteria. Even though I wanted them to understand the concept of the first green day and the first red day first and master that one before we start talking about entry criteria. But what will be the good of mastering a signal day without having the perfect entry criteria to take your trades? And also, we're just going to go straight into it. Note, first of all of these things here means absolutely nothing if it doesn't align with the higher time frame, aka the signal days. You know what I mean? So it has to be coming off of a first green day or a first red day. Those are the two I've taught so far. Today's example is coming off of the first green day. So it's coming off of the first green day, meaning we're looking for buy low or opening session in the New York session. So because it's a first green day trade, we're looking for price to make, this is my favorite, to make 3 steps to the downside first. So we have like 3 sessions of drop, or the stair step as they call it, because sometimes it doesn't happen at the sessions. But you see 3 obvious peaks at the bottom, here, here, and here. That's the first thing they are looking for. Off of this should have a break in structure. So it would have been better to do this in the 1 minute, but people say 1 minute is too choppy, so I'm leaving it in the 5 minutes, and 5 minutes is very conservative. Coming off of the 3 sessions of drop or stair step, break in structure. In the 1 minute it's clearer, but break in structure is already a signal telling us that, yo, we are ready to go back up, we are ready to go in the direction of the trade. Break in structure. After the break in structure, we look for some form of 3 pushes, which is the number 2 criteria. 3 pushes after break in structure, 1, 2, 1, 2, up, 3. What are we looking for? The W. This is the W at the bottom. W at the bottom. So these 3 pushes comes in different variations. If this was in the 1 minute, it would be a lot clearer. But I just don't like teaching in the 1 minute yet, until much later. So it's a crawl, walk, run type of teaching style that I'm doing. So for now, we're still crawling. And then this entry is still as legit as in the 1 minute. But this is a lot more conservative. You are protecting your money a lot more like this. Although in the 1 minute, you have the chance of making more, because your entry will be earlier, and then your target will, you get to your target of 100 or 50 or 150 pips. And this thing occurs in every pair. It's not just US30. I just love US30. That's just it. And also back to the tutorial. Break in structure, W at the bottom, and an engulfment of the W. So because this is a buy low, we're looking for W at the bottom. If it's a sell high, we're looking for an M. So this is a relatively double bottom, which is what the W is, or sometimes a triple bottom and all. But we're only going to be looking at those 3 pushes after the break in structure. So 1, 2, push up, 3. And there are different variations of the 3 pushes. We'll get to that class later. But just look for 3 pushes to the downside. And the most important thing is an engulfment of that W, which is what happens here. It could be shorter. I prefer it when it's shorter, not this long. But since this is already happening outside of the New York session, it really doesn't matter. I always have to wait for a pullback before I enter. So the final criteria is it must close inside the 20 EMA in the 5 minutes time frame. Must close inside the 20 EMA. So even if you are not looking at engulfment of W or M, just make sure, if you are not sure about the W or M, just make sure that it's closing above the 20 EMA or inside the 20 EMA. Running through the criteria once again. Break in structure here, 3 pushes there, M or W, in this case it's W, the engulfment of the M or W, closing inside the 20 EMA in the 5 minutes time frame. Alright, this is the second example. It looks exactly the same like the first one, only in the part of the entry. But if you look at this, you are seeing almost the same thing as the first example, but just flipped upside down. Okay, so this is coming off of the first red day. So with that situation, what we'll be looking for, the setup we'll be looking for will be sell high or New York open. That's one of the criteria. Sell high or New York open. That's our setup. And also when I come to the charts, I'm looking for step 3 sessions of rise. That's the first thing I'm looking for. So there are other types of setups that occurs, but let's focus on this for now, because this is my own favorite. This is the easiest to see. So by the time you master the easiest to see, by the time you start trading, you'll be seeing others very well. Sometimes it doesn't give you step picks like this. Sometimes one is lower, the second one is higher, the third one is lower, which is equal to head and shoulders. Understand? So the main thing is to look for 3 picks. Alright, so 3 step, 3 sessions of rise. At the top, what are we looking for? We're looking for break in structure. It happens here in the gap time. Break in structure. So this break in structure tells us that, okay, price is doing higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, lower low. Now it means that's giving us our first trigger. We are ready to start going down. Guys, we are ready to start going down. Then we'll now start looking for 3 pushes to the upside. Like I said, these 3 pushes is subjective, but it's clearer in the 1 minute. Very subjective, but clearer in the 1 minute. So even if you are not sure of your 3 pushes or your M or W, that is where this close inside the 20 EMA comes into play. If you can have all of this, perfect. But if you have like 3 of this, we already have our M at the top, double top. We have our M at the top already and an engulfment of that M already. So we're already done. So the 3 pushes in the 1 minute is clearer, but I just want this training or this tutorial to happen in this 5 minutes. Then in the 5 minutes, there's a close inside the 20 EMA, and then from there we enter. There's a pullback here. We enter, and then as usual, let's say you want to even in this beginning of the session here, as the session starts, close back into the 20 EMA, and you enter at that point. For US 30, like I said, 25 pips. There you go. And I'm aiming for, this is today's low, which is already 107. So but I'll be aiming for like a 150 because this is US 30. 150 pips. And this trade is done in 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 minutes. 30 minutes, you are done for the day. You're not holding for too long. Entry criteria, very straightforward, very simple, but it is patient driven or patience driven. You have to be patient. That is how I trade mine. Other people might have other entry criteria, but this is my own entry criteria for this strategy, and I find that it works very well for me. I don't have to copy people too much, and then by the time you start doing this as well, you might be able to find something that works a lot better for you, and you can modify your entry criteria. You can have like 10 entry criteria if you want, but I just like to keep it simple. So that is it for today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop a comment, so that it helps the algo to know that we exist and a lot more people can learn this and move on into prosperity in their life. Thank you very much. See you later. Peace.